Communication Engineering in SVC Bangalore. I am from Honda section. Today my subject is waste management and the topic is meaning of solid waste management and factors affecting solid waste management. Introduction. Solid waste refers to the range of garbage materials arising from animal and human activities that are discarded as unwanted and useless. Solid waste is generated from industrial, residential, and commercial activities in a given area and may be handled in a variety of ways. As such, landfills are typically classified as sanitary, municipal, construction, and demolition or industrial waste sites. Let us see about the meaning of solid waste management. The waste generated from human and animal activities that are normally solid and are discarded as useless or unwanted are called solid waste. Any useless or unwanted discarded materials that is not a liquid or a gas is called solid waste. Due to rapid increase in production and hence in consumption process, human society generates and rejects solid materials regularly from various sectors such as agricultural, commercial, domestic, industrial, institutional, etc. The considerable volume of waste thus generated and rejected is called solid waste. Let us see about the factors affecting solid waste management. Many factors influence the decision making process in the implementation of a solid waste management. Some of the factors that need to be considered in developing a solid waste management system are listed below. Let us see about the first one, quantities and characteristics of waste. Second one, climate and seasonal variations. Third one, physical characteristics of an urban area. Fourth one, financial and foreign exchange constraints. Fifth one, cultural constraints. And the last one, management and technical resources. Quantities and characteristics of waste. The quantities of waste generated generally depend on the income level of a family, as higher income category tends to generate lower quantity of waste compared to low income category. The quantity ranges from about 0.25 to about 2.3 kg per person per day. One of the measure of waste composition is density, which ranges from 150 kg per meter cube to 600 kg per meter cube. Proportion of paper and packaging materials in the waste largely account for the differences. When this proportion is high, the density is low and vice versa. The waste of high density reflect a relatively high proportion of organic matter and moisture and low levels of recycling. Second one, climate and seasonal variations. There are regions in extreme north and south where temperatures are very low for much of the year. High temperatures and humidity cause solid waste to decompose far more rapidly than they do in colder climates. The frequency of waste collection in high temperature and humid climates should therefore be higher than in cold climates. In subtropical or desert climate, there is no significant variation in moisture content of waste due to low rainfall. Third one, physical characteristics of an urban area. In urban area, that is towns and cities, where the layout of streets and houses is such that access by vehicles is possible and door-to-door collection of solid waste is accepted. The condition is quite different in the inner and older city areas, where narrow lanes make service by vehicles difficult and impossible. Added to this is the problem of urban sprawl in the outskirts of the cities where propulsion is growing at an alarming rate. Access ways are narrow, unpaved and tortuous and therefore not accessible to collection vehicles. Problems of solid waste storage and collection are most acute in such areas. Fourth one, financial and foreign exchange constraints. Solid waste management accounts for sizable proportions of the budgets of municipal corporations. This is allocated for capital resources which go towards the purpose of equipments, vehicles, and fuel and labor cost. Typically, 10% to 40% of the revenues of municipalities are allocated to solid waste management. In regions where wage rates are low, the aim is to optimize vehicle productivity. The unfavorable financial situation of some countries hinders purchase of equipment and vehicles. and this situation is further worsened by the acute shortage of foreign exchange. Let us see about the cultural constraints. In some regions, long standing traditions preclude the instruction of waste collection on the precincts of households and therefore influence the collection system. In others, where the tradition of caste persists, recruits the labor force for street cleaning and handling of waste must be drawn from the certain sections of the population, while others will not consent to placing storage bins in their immediate vicinity. Social norms of a community more often than not overside what many may consider rational solutions. Waste management should therefore be sensitive to much local patterns of living and consider these factors in planning, design and operation. And the last one, management and technical resources. Solid waste management to be successful requires a wide spectrum of workspace in keeping with the demands of the system. The best system for a region is one which makes full use of indigenous crafts and professional skills and ensures that training programs to provide a self-sustaining supply of trained workforce. Thank you for watching.